What is up, y'all? We are live on YouTube and Facebook, and Crystal's getting us live on Instagram. We're running a little bit behind on IG. I just got done a little pumping workout, arms and some chest and shoulders.
You want to hold him over here while I get
A little bit of a chest pump still going. Say what?
You want to start it and just hold it while I get set up. Hi guys, sorry I'm.
Why does it say no internet connection? You on Wi-Fi? No, not on Wi-Fi.
Oh,
now you're on Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi is off.
Yeah. All right. Now we're live. We're live. Let's turn the thing around though. How do I do that? There we go.
Hi everyone.
Right.
We're here.
What's up, man? How you doing? We got TM in the building. Vadim. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Hi, what's going on? Dallin. Is it Dallin or Dallin? I don't ever know pronunciations. Dallin. Is it long A or short A? But what's up, my man? I love the trailer, by the way. I messaged you on the trailer because I'm looking for a trailer right now. Crystal knows I'm all about trailers. You got a super slick dump trailer. I'm kind of jealous.
Dump trailer?
Yeah, like it's got a hydraulic arm in there, so like it's got walls and it dumps, which is nice.
That's pretty nice.
Whenever
Robert
we go,
got me this has nothing to do with that, but Robert got me a really cool wheelbarrow. It's actually a wagon, and it dumps. It's actually pretty cool.
You like it more than a wheelbarrow?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Where's the little fella? He is at our feet. Good evening, beautiful people. Well, good evening to you, Jennifer. Hope you are doing splendidly well. So we're going to talk about coffee to start off this discussion.
Robert's going to start it because he's the one that's been like a non-coffee person.
Yes. How long did I give up coffee? 3 months?
No.
I'd say 3 months.
I think I probably gave up for like 3 or 4 weeks.
I think I gave up coffee completely for 3 months. Stopped cold turkey, which I was pretty proud of because I've always been a coffee drinker.
You guys want to know the funniest part though? When I was pregnant, I had like a coffee aversion. Like I did not like it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to bring it back in. And Robert said, you have to bring it back in. That's how we met. You have to drink coffee. Coffee's our thing. And then he just stopped drinking coffee 9 months postpartum.
Yes. So I stopped drinking coffee for 3 solid months, no coffee at all. And the reason for that was I wasn't drinking that much caffeine anyways because I don't do any energy drinks. I was doing 2 cups of coffee a day. So probably less than 400 milligrams of total caffeine a day for sure. And I was trying to quit the coffee to see if it had any effect on my GI because I would wake up with like, I don't know if it's acid reflux because it doesn't ever burn, but I would wake up and I would just have like these little burps, like these non-stinky, non-burning burps. It was the weirdest thing. And I'm like, I wonder if this is caused by the acidity in the coffee. So I cut it for 3 months, and I don't know that it really made that big of a difference. So I've brought it back gradually over this past week. And again, I don't know if it's made that much of a difference. So I don't know that I have a take on coffee, to be honest with you. I do like coffee. I do know that the quality of the coffee is key. So I was at my folks' house this past weekend. We took our cruise sailing, and they had this really strong, robust Colombian coffee, which tasted amazing, straight from Colombia because my dad was there for a business trip. But that messed my stomach up big time. So I don't recommend that, at least for me. My stomach got used to it.
I think a really big thing with coffee is you have to get organic. Like you 100% have to get organic. Coffee is coffee, I think, and strawberries are like the 2 highest pesticide sprayed crop out there. And if it would not surprise me if half of that issue was the pesticide stuff on it. So
yeah,
you have to get organic coffee. And then the second thing is coffee contains a ton of mold. If you don't have high quality coffee,
I think all coffee does contain some, even the ones that advertise as having no mold. I think every coffee.
I think you can minimize your chances by getting an organic one and by getting a high quality one or one that is at least aware of it. But like honestly, I get Starbucks, and that's like known for being the world's worst. So we're not here to preach to you guys. We're just here to let you know, and you can make your own choices if you want to do the 80-20 rule like I do with coffee.
I will say this, though. I'm currently drinking a brand called Life Boost. Is that what it's called? Life Boost?
Can't remember.
Life Brew, Life Boost, Life something. It's pretty good. Like, I feel like it's one of the ones that is certified organic and third-party tested for mold and toxins and all that good stuff. So I think they are trying to do right by the consumer. But to be honest with y'all, what I would really like to start doing is buying green beans, not green, like green coffee beans, and then roasting my own. Somebody was emailing me about that this week, actually. They told me what they've been doing. They told me where they get their beans, the roast they got like $100 roaster off of Amazon, and they just roast it whenever they want coffee, and it smells great. And
it really is honestly easy to do.
Yeah, and if you roast your own coffee, you're not going to have the likelihood of as much mold buildup, because a lot of times what contributes to that mold is because like they'll roast it and it'll still be moist, and then they'll bundle it up and seal it, and then it's just all this moisture trapped in there. But if you're roasting it and you can let it aerate a little bit, you're not going to have near as much likelihood of it getting moldy.
You just have to find a good like wholesaler or like person who will sell you green coffee, which is harder to do because they usually want to do it in like a mass quantity to a company who's going to roast it.
Yeah, we might have to buy our own
but I
commercial
don't know,
roaster.
have you guys heard of white coffee? So that's a big thing in Washington State, and like nowhere else I know of that I've ever been to has white coffee. But essentially it's just like a super lightly roasted coffee. So you aren't roasting it as much. So it has a higher caffeine content and lower acidity. And Robert used to like that a lot when we were in Washington.
The white coffee?
Yeah. But it also has a nutty kind of flavor.
It does have a nutty flavor.
Versus the coffee, like the strong bitterness of coffee. It has a little bit more nutty taste, which is really interesting. It
is very tasty. Let me get through some of these comments here.
It's also moldy, so get mold and myotoxin free. Yeah.
Coffee is very acidic. It can definitely cause the reflux. Barbara Scott says, "Hi, Keto Sage family and crew. What's up, Barbara? I believe we packaged your brick today, by the way, or one of your orders. I remember seeing the label. Which, speaking of, anybody that got some Bell's Brownie bricks this past weekend's launch, or any bricks for that matter, huge thanks to y'all. This is literally our best launch ever. So I'm very excited about that, very proud of that. We've been working around the clock to get all of those orders packaged, and they are all out the door in the post office. So I hope that they get to you safe and sound.
You guys keep doing that kind of stuff, and you may convince Robert to keep certain flavors around more frequently.
Yeah. So thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. PG, hey y'all, what's up, man?
Sarah says, I've been off coffee for maybe
1.5 years.
Yes. Well, I didn't know if it was 15 or 1.5. 1.5 years because of the histamines. Before that, I would buy Bulletproof on sale and store it in the freezer to reduce the histamine buildup. Bulletproof is better than most.
I do like
Purity. Oh, Purity. I have heard the Purity is really good too.
I'm gonna try that one.
Robert, your parents keep theirs in the freezer, right?
Yes.
They're the first. Excuse me. They're the first people I've ever seen put coffee in the freezer, and I thought it was the weirdest thing. And Robert would put our coffee in the freezer, and I was like, "Where's the coffee?" And it was in the freezer.
Trying to keep my histamines down.
I didn't know that it was a histamine thing, but I mean, I worked in coffee for like 10 years, and no one has ever put coffee in the freezer.
Jennifer says, I've tried to learn to like coffee. I just don't like anything in a bitter range, but I love the smell.
Oh, well,
definitely try the white coffee then. The white coffee, maybe your jam.
Or just keep it out, because it's a lot easier to just not drink coffee.
We got a lamp moving. Yeah. Pete says, I must get extra mold. I buy great value. Yeah, you're probably getting some good. You're building up your mold resilience. Hormetic effect there.
Purity is safe for many people with issues, however, super expensive. I'm laughing so hard at his thing. Yeah, there are coffees that are super expensive. I mean, it's probably worth it for the health standpoint, but hard. Hey, we met you at the the dinner.
The dinner.
Yeah.
Hey, I love coffee, but it sure is hard to make heads or tails of what everyone says about it.
Yep.
Yeah, my take on coffee, unless you have some type of histamine response like Sarah, or if you have an extreme sensitivity to caffeine, or something like one of these outlier circumstances. For the general population, when it comes to coffee, I think there's a lot of buzz around it, and I think a lot of it is just people majoring in the minors. If you like coffee, if you enjoy coffee, then have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I cut mine out. I mean, obviously, I didn't have it in my beginning parts of pregnancy because it was a gross thing to me. But now it's kind of like I cut it out for those like 3 or 4 weeks, really, because Robert wasn't drinking it. And I was like, well, I guess I can cut it out too. I noticed no difference. And I'm not drinking caffeine. So it's a decaf coffee at that. So it was like, I didn't notice any difference in my health. Maybe I would like long term, but it didn't really make a difference. And I enjoy coffee. Like I enjoy having a cup of coffee, but I will tell you what cutting it out of my diet did for me was make me not need it first thing in the morning. And I have been waiting until I have my breakfast, and except for this last week. Last week I had like 2 cups before my breakfast, but I've been waiting to have my breakfast with my coffee, so there's not so much acidity just sitting in my stomach without food.
Yeah.
Greg says, "Hey gang." Christina says, "Purity is a good brand."
I've never heard of this brand before. Let's check it
What?
out. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Maybe
Rachel promoted them a lot. Mm-hmm.
Bulletproof brand and Black Rifle coffee tastes cleaner and doesn't give me any issues.
I do like Black Rifle actually a lot.
I personally do not have bad side effects from coffee. I only drink 2 cups a day though. Yeah, 2 cups has always been kind of my go-to when I'm drinking coffee as well.
Greg's trying to convince you to do a blueberry muffin relaunch.
Greg, be careful what you wish for, man. It may just come true. But it may be a while because I don't have that protein in hand. So if we do the blueberry launch, I'm all for it. But it'll be a little while, so don't anybody hearing this think that's coming tomorrow or something, because that's not the case. But I do love me some blueberry bricks.
We are leaving on a low-carb cruise, guys. We're leaving on Friday.
Wowza, thanks for the Keto Brick update. Yay team, thank you all. Thank you.
It's funny because sometimes we get in such a rush that like we aren't looking at the names, but then sometimes we'll catch a name and then it like sticks with you. Yeah. And then you like see someone's name on here, or you meet them at a conference like, oh, I've packaged your bricks before. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
I'm excited to try the new flavor. Well, let me know what you think of it. I've been eating the Bell's Brownie every day for a while now. I like them. If I order bricks, can shipment be delayed till I return from the cruise? You can, but if you do that, it's not ideal. But if you do that, email Ellen. Like don't send it through a DM on Instagram or Facebook Messenger or anything. Just email info@ketobrick.com.
And I will say we try not to do this on a regular basis because then we will have a ridiculous amount of people doing it. Yeah.
But I get where you're coming from, because there are certain flavors that will be sold out and you're gonna be at the cruise. So I get where you're coming from. So just email.
Oh, sure.
Speaking of, we made some more Bell's Brownie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
And we have a little bit more Bell's Brownie, not much, probably only like 1,200, 1,400 bricks. I have not put those on the website yet because we're waiting on some packaging supplies, specifically cold packs, because I don't want them to melt on you. But those cold packs should be in later this week or early next week, which means those bricks will be back on the website later this week or early next week. So I have a little bit more Bell's Brownie because they sold out literally in 24 hours the amount that we put on before. But I have a little bit more coming because we made some more this week.
Christina says, I love the milk and cookies. I do too. It's actually really good.
Mike says, so if you are not drinking coffee with fat in the morning, are you doing something else to get some fat in the morning? Honestly, my fat's super low right now in the morning. I'm doing 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and I'm putting it in either my coffee, if I am having coffee, or tea. So like today I had tea, for instance, and I've been doing Yogi brand, is it Yogi brand?
Mm-hmm.
Passion Tango. energy tea. There's like 70 milligrams of caffeine per tea bag, I want to say, which I don't know if I'm actually getting 70 milligrams per tea bag.
I know,
Maybe.
you leave the tea bag in there though. You're
Yeah.
not just like steeping it and taking it out. But you don't have to have fat in the morning. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you certainly don't have to. I like to though because I train in the morning and I like to have something on my stomach with a little something in it before I train. So that's what I've been doing.
The keto road.
The keto road jumped on. All right, y'all, you ready to jump off? Keto road's here. Let's get out of here. What's up, Jay Shane? The keto road. I can't do the nut pods, but I like this one item I found called Super Creamer. Not bad, and it has MCT and is keto friendly.
My dad loves a super creamer.
Real quick note, I don't know where I saw this, but it makes intuitive sense, and I've thought this before. People that use K-cups from a Keurig, that's probably not ideal. And again, this is likely some degree of majoring in the minors too, but that is all pretty much just plastic. And
goes through a plastic machine and a plastic K-cup.
Right, which it wouldn't really be an issue if it was like a cold plastic water bottle in the fridge. But the toxins in the plastic, the xenoestrogens, all that stuff is going to leach into the liquid more readily if it is hot. So with something that's pretty much boiling coffee or water, that's pretty hot. So you're going to be releasing a lot more of those xenoestrogens with something like that, which is why we switched from the Keurig to the Nespresso, because the Nespresso uses aluminum pods.
Which I'm still not a fan of, so we actually don't use that anymore.
But it's better than the Keurig plastic pods, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the heated aluminum.
Yeah.
So it's just that.
Is it aluminum?
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe it's tin.
It's a lose.
Maybe aluminum is tin. Question for the day.
Jonathan says, you have to make energized reds into tea. It's crazy.
All right, we'll try that for sure.
He said, fine, just leave then.
All right, so check this out, y'all. We have this wall. We have the outside brick wall that everybody comes here. No, we have the outside brick wall that is actually made of bricks. That anybody that bought a brick during our move up here for the Brick by Brick launch, we wrote their name on the brick, which I'm super proud of. But then we also have an interior wall where people that actually come to visit us here at the compound can sign to show that they've been here at the compound. Well, Jonathan was just here recently, and he signed that wall, as we all do, and he signs it higher than everybody else. He just had to sign it, the tallest person, and sign it.
I'm glad, though, because no one else is tall enough to sign it that high, which I had a client come and visit me, and I'm so sad because I never had to sign the wall, and I feel so stupid for forgetting that.
Yeah, I'm just messing with Jay Shane. I can pick on him. I use the old school coffee pots and machines. Yeah, you can't go wrong with those. We use a French press most of the time, and I like French press. Like, it's either glass or stainless steel. It tastes great. You get a few grounds in there if you like pour out the last little bit of the remaining coffee in the French press, but I like the French press. And it's super simple. It's good for camping. I want you to come visit the compound. All right, Christina, come visit the compound. Let's get a workout in. I know
I
you're
never
working
met her,
hard.
right?
No,
the only reason you met her was because you went to her conference.
Yes, I went to Christina's
conference.
conference.
You should definitely come and visit.
Which anybody listening on here, definitely check out Christina's conference. It's the Keto Symposium. It's going to be going on next year in New York, and it's the bomb. Christina took care of us speakers. She took care of all the attendees. She's a rock star.
We might have to go, all of us, next year.
Yes.
All of us.
Yeah.
We didn't go last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, it would be fun. Let's do it. I like pour over coffee. Pour over coffee is the one where it's like a funnel thing. And
yeah.
put it in there.
I have a thing with pour over coffee, and it's probably because I was a barista, but like I hated it with my whole heart.
Okay.
Like, because it took forever to make for people. So if you were like busy making all of the other drinks, and someone asked,
what's he doing over there?
looking that thing up and down, I think it's hilarious. It took forever to do the pour over, but I will say it does taste really good, and I totally get why people order it.
Is that the Chemex? Is that Chemex?
Yeah, Chemex does have a pour over.
Okay.
You need more alphas in there, sign in the wall.
More alphas, sign in the wall.
Yeah, bring us some more alphas.
Yeah. Jay Shane, the Alpha Road. All right, what else we got? You any other questions? Yes, Crystal, you must come on Keto Symposium. And Robert, We will train in your gym. Can't wait. Yes, 100%. I'm all about it.
That
All
will be
about it.
awesome.
All right. What other? We got any other questions, y'all? You should start home roasting. It's delicious and easy. Always use a pour over French press or stainless steel Mocha Pot.
Stainless steel. Oh, it's the brand.
You look that up. Mocha Pot.
Mocha
Pot. Mocha Pot. I have seen this. The Mocha Pot is a stovetop or electric coffee maker that brews coffee by passing boiling water pressurized by steam through ground coffee. Named after the Yemeni city of Mocha, it was invented by Alfonso Bialetti. Became one of the staples of Italian culture. Yeah, I've seen that everywhere, but I've never actually used it to make coffee.
Maybe that'll be our next thing. We'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I have to give that a shot for sure.
Tell us about your cut and prep, Robert.
The prep is going great.
We just looked at him in the mirror, and he's freakish already.
Yeah, I'm not freakish status yet.
He is. Compared to like the average person or what he was like 8 weeks ago, it's like, how in the heck does your body adjust so quickly? Like, if any woman wants to get mad at a man, take it out on Robert, because it is infuriating that like he could just do what he's doing the last 8 weeks, and he has accomplished what I would like to have accomplished in like a year.
I'm 9 weeks at this point.
Actually. I know.
9 weeks.
Oh yeah, 9 weeks. Sorry.
But yeah, it's I feel like it's crazy too because my body weight hasn't dropped that much. Like it'll fluctuate. I started at 182 pounds. Today I was like 173, 174. I got down to 172. So the leanest I've gotten thus far has been 172. That's my low weights. But like I said, it fluctuates. So I've lost about 8 pounds roughly. Good solid 8 pounds since the start of prep. But 8 pounds on me makes a big difference. I got about 20 more pounds to go. He's freakish so lean and he's not even close to done. Yeah.
I know. That's the thing is he has like, he said there's 15 weeks until his first show. There's 5 shows, guys. 5 of them. And they're not back to back. They're like every 2 or 3 weeks apart.
The first show is the 2nd of September. The last show is the 18th of November.
Yeah. So he has forever to go still.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
But so far so good from my perspective of things, like in his prep, like his attitude's really good. Like
somebody messaged on the YouTube comment because I put in there like my libido status. Yeah. That's a relevant topic in a caloric deficit. And somebody said we ought to get Crystal to comment on the libido status.
Oh, we just say Crystal's comment every week.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Or on the YouTube channel. I don't know.
I don't think my comment's going to be much different than your comment.
Yeah, maybe not. What's your height, Robert? I am 5'7.5".
Fair enough.
I say 5'8", and then she says 5'7", so I'm just beating her to the punch and saying 5'7.5".
Johnson says, leanest man alive. Christina says, is 5 shows a normal bodybuilder thing to do? Seems like a lot.
It is a lot. Normal would probably be like 2. But I'm just going for broke here. And the way I figure is I'm going to be the leanest man alive, so I might as well just capitalize on that moment. And I take like 3 years off in between shows. So I kind of want to just throw them all together and just really make this season a competitive, hard, brutal season, and then take 3 or 4 years off even. So that's kind of my plans there.
And also, like, his first show, he's not peaking for any of the shows except for like the second to last and the last one. So really the first few shows, like he's going to look freaking shredded, but they're not even the shows that he's peaking for. So that's the hardest part is like people usually need to pick 1 or 2 shows because you want to peak at that point. But he is choosing to do like specific shows that he's peaking for and like looking the best for. So the other ones are like bonus points along the way to like his last shows.
Yeah. Yep. It is kind of crazy that I've got another 20 pounds to lose. Like that.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Kind of bewildering to me.
I always forget how just how he looks when he's that lean. Like his face gets all like sunken in and like, I don't know. He just like, I even just looked at the back of his neck the other day and I was like, the back of your neck looks like you're in a cut right now. Like it's a weird thing every time he leans down, like every aspect of him changes.
Yep.
It's like going on tour if you're a rock star. Amazing,
Yeah.
Robert.
Well, I'm much better at posing on stage than I am singing on stage, so it's a good thing I'm not singing. All right, y'all, we're gonna boogie because I'm hungry, and we gotta get Rigel cleaned up. We got another appointment tonight, so we love y'all. What body fat percent would you be if you lose 20 more pounds? I would be about 4% body fat, which is pretty much as lean as it gets via DEXA. Like right now, I'm technically 6.99% already via calipers, but I always measure low on calipers. So 4%, under 4% on DEXA is what I'm trying to get down to be the leanest man alive, which is going to be kind of crazy. Yeah, weight will be around 153, 155, kind of somewhere in that ballpark.
I think the last time he did his prep stuff was really good, but I think people will be like shocked at this one because I feel like more people are like following along on this one for some reason, and which is really cool because you guys will really see like a lot of people do shows. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, I do bodybuilding shows, but then there's like the elite athletes who like this is what they do. They're not just doing it for fun. Like this is like internally how they feel they are as a person. Like this is them to the core, and that's Robert. So it's really cool to see him put his all into it, and like his skin just being so like you literally can like pick up his skin off of it. It's wild. And like we'll do like the caliper test for like body fat testing.
He's donezo.
And it's just wild. It's just really crazy. I think people will really enjoy watching the process, especially as we get further along.
Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for watching on IG. We will see y'all next time. Ta-ta for now.
See ya.